chat. Hello, everyone. How is your day going, everybody? It's MCC day, but I'm streaming anyway because I have balls of steel. Oh well. So how's good. Good that you're doing good. That's good. God, I wish I had the 3DS and Oras, because this is from Alpha Sapphire. Also, this is from Oras, actually. It's literally Town, and it's really good. The song's really good. It's a banger. I like it. It's a little too loud. There. How bad is the echo? Let me see. Oh, that's not nice. Just turn it off. Why not? I'll just die of heat. It's fine. It's fine. It wasn't really doing anything anyways. I don't know why it wasn't working. I just remembered I had to do something. Y'all go vibe, go talk. I will be doing something that I forgot to. I'm not coming back. How am I? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm gonna be right back. And then I'll start up the game afterwards. Also spread the word I'm live. That would be fun, please. Returned! Woo! Hello! How's it going, everybody? I'm back now. I ran up and down the stairs and somehow did not fall. Anyways, let's start up the game now. For those of you who weren't there yesterday and didn't watch the VOD, we're playing a visual novel game that's called Our Life Beginnings and Always. It's a free game on Steam and it's really good. It's just really good. Oh jeez. Jesus Christ. Now the music goes down. There we go. Alright, here we go. Also forgot to open VideoTube. I'm gonna open chat on phone. It's a little bit dead, but it's a little bit dead, but it's fine. We'll manage. We'll manage it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, time to open VideoTube because I forgot to earlier. Rainbow! Rainbow! Hi, friend. Full screen. Let's full screen him actually. There you go. Hi, friend. Help him actually suffering from my brother's stupidity. Oh, well that's not good. It's not good. Oh my god. You have got to be kidding. Hold on, I'm gonna be restarting this game because it decided to be annoying. What the fuck? Shut it off, please. Thank you. We know it's not in that file, it's in that one. And there, and there. Sorry. I must disappear and never come back until 2023. Understandable. Have a nice day. Understandable, honestly. Oh. Okay. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's just kind of funny to me. Now let's start this up again. Hoping we'll be fast enough to this time bring it over to the monitor. Oliver! Oliver! Hi, friend. Start up, please. Oh, jeez. Okay. Over here. There you go. Whoops. Okay. This should work. No! Stop going over there! Said over here. How hard is that? Full screen. Could you be full screen now? Thank you. Alright, jeez, thank God. Hello? There we go. Here we are. Now let's close Discord because we don't really need it. And otherwise it'll lag stream. Oh boy, it's already lagging. That's not good. Oh well, it's fine. So, hello? Is it laggy? Is it laggy? Or... Okay, wait, game capture is doing what it's supposed to. I think we're good. I think we're good. I hope. I hope so, at least. Is it laggy for anyone else? Other than Ender? Or Emma, huh? Yeah. We're playing Our Life Beginnings and Always. And this is Cove. He's the main quote-unquote, he's the main love interest in the game. But if you didn't know, your boy's an arrow ace. Your boy be arrow ace. So, yeah, wait, I'm gonna check gallery, because I hope step 1.1. Oh, it did. Oh, we literally just did not. Whoops. Wait, return to main menu. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's continue. August ended. September began. It was time to go back to school. Lizzie groaned and complained the entire first week. She hated going to classes. Still, there were interesting things to do that couldn't be done anywhere else. We weren't sure how Cove felt about it. He was enrolled that year. That was like a sign Cove would be staying in Sunset Bird for a while. Sunset Bird, by the way, is the city we live in, and Lizzie, aka Elizabeth, is our sister, big sister. She's older. She's like 10 or 11 or something in the first chapter. And I don't like her. Personally, I don't really like her. I don't know, she seems like a brat to me, but it's fine. At school, he was alright, but kept his distance from other kids, from what you saw, anyway. Whenever he could, Cove stuck to you like glue. He didn't even mind that much what you did to pass the time, as long as it was together. Oh, that's so sweet. That year, the divorce of Cove's parents was finalized. You overheard your parents talking about it, saying Cove's dad got full custody, quote unquote, by the way, which makes me very anxious because that means that it may not be actual full custody, and that would not be fun at all. At first, you worried that meant bad news. It had made Mr. Holden cry, apparently. Then you found out it meant Cove would keep living with his dad. He would only stay with his moms a few weeks of the year. Cove cried too, for different reasons, you thought. It seemed like Cove and his dad might move again, but Mr. Holden decided to stay after all. Mom asked him about it once. He said he didn't want to uproot Cove's life a second time. Mr. Holden tried to get Cove to like Sunset Bird more. He kept encouraging his son to go out and see the place. Sometimes Mr. Holden volunteered you to spend time with Cove. He seemed very confident that it was an effective strategy. Cove never talked to anyone about what happened with his parents and withdrew whenever it was brought up. It was hard for him, yet nobody knew how to help. Damn, poor Cove, man. Eventually, Cove stopped crying on his own. You couldn't understand what had changed. Still, you worried about him. You could tell he wasn't completely happy. Maybe one day he could say out loud what he felt inside. Just got a pain on my neck. That was nice. It was not nice. After that, it felt like things had gone back to normal, except what was quote-unquote normal didn't stay the same. Years passed, and suddenly, you were in middle school. You weren't a kid anymore. You were 13 years old. Well, damn. Well, damn. Time skip, I guess. That officially made you a teen, even if your sister didn't agree. Sure. Did she say that when she turned 13? I don't think so, but alright. The toys and crayons that used to litter every free space in your room had been packed away somewhere, replaced by new hobbies. There were other changes too. Cove's couch got taken off. It was weird to see him without it initially. Underneath the pink plaster ended up being a long, thin scar that snaked across his forearm. Cove's chest puffed out in pride when someone drew attention to it. He also went through a major growth spurt. He was the tallest student in his class for 2 years in a row. Cove will probably hold that spot again next time. In class, people knew him for more than just being tall. He also stood out because of how well he did in gym and other athletic situations. Over the years, he began opening up more too. You saw him talking amicably with other kids or neighbors from time to time. And the only kid that came to visit the neighborhood when you were little, Shiloh, well, he was gone. Oh! I hope it's not gone as in not living. He and his mom moved back to okay. Phew. He and his mom moved back south because of her work. Just 1 year after Cove came to Sunset Berg. It had been really upsetting when he left. Lizzie was inconsolable for weeks. But nobody talked about Shiloh anymore. It was a long time ago. He learned some heartbreaking things and became less sad the further away they were, even if they had never gotten any better. And the only kid that came to visit the neighborhood... Oh wait, sorry, I already read that. I thought it switched to a different thing. That was sad in its own way. Well, yeah, no shit, dumbass. Dumbass. But goddamn. Things at home were different too. You still lived in the same house and all that, but it wasn't how it was before. Ma dyed her hair purple, wanted something new, and liked it so much she kept dyeing it. You remember calling her mother as a kid. I'm not gonna say that word because that would not be fun. and I don't feel like getting age restricted or anything like it. But I just call her Mother. But yeah, because, well, you know. But something like that seemed awkward nowadays. You were much too old for the word. Lizzie felt too mature for her nickname. Instead, she insisted on everyone calling her Elizabeth. So you did. Your mom soon gave her permission to go other places than the playground and shopping street, which you took advantage of. You rarely saw her around the old neighborhood. In fact, she hardly spent time with you the way she did before. Elizabeth instead associated more and more with girls from school who were her own age. Well, damn, no wonder I thought a thread would be loose. Hold on, I'm just chatting on Discord because I saw a message get thrown in chat of not knowing who was like in which MCC team and that it was today. But yeah, just kind of forgot about that. Lol. All right. Continuing. Alright, chat. There we go. Boop. 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 Why are y'all going in emote only? I didn't say emote only or something. Oh well. In fact, she hardly spent time with you. Oh wait, I already read that thing. Bruh. Oh. Sorry, I yawned there for a second. Maybe the difference between 13 and 15 was greater than the difference between 8 and 10. I thought she was 10, yeah. You started befriending new people yourself, like Derek Suarez. Who? He didn't live in the neighborhood or go to the same school. What happened was his and Coves' dad struck up a business partnership a few months ago. Since then, Derek would pop up in the area now and then. It seems Mr. Suarez was happy to let Derek tag along to his work, if Derek had the time for it. Without a doubt, everyone and everything around you had changed, in small and big ways. You had too. As time went by, though, it was easy to settle into this new normal. Then, before you knew it, school was over, and summer vacation had come again. What the fuck? Something's going on outside, and I don't know what it is. Sounded like someone yelling. Or like a dog or something. I don't know. I don't think there's anything. There's nothing. Whoa, fuck. Now what are you doing on the floor? It was the first. Oh, god damn! Look at this room! I'm gonna go for a bit. It's a bit too laggy. Oh, it's alright. I'll just do that. I'll just do that now. Because we're getting into the main story anyway. So it's probably easier to just turn it off. But god damn! Look at that room! God damn! It was first day of summer vacation. The sun was hot as ever, but you were inside and away from the harsh rays. To be more specific, you were, choice time, snuggled in bed celebrating your time off sleeping in. Wide awake, about to head out to enjoy your time off. I cannot sleep through sunlight for the life of me. So this seems pretty accurate, or just time as well. You made sure to slather on a generous amount of sunscreen so you didn't get burnt. Honestly, understandable. You were looking in the mirror, studying the clothes you'd thrown on when your bedroom door opened without a warning. In your reflection, you saw Elizabeth raise an eyebrow. Have you been staring at yourself this whole morning? Could you knock next time? Good morning, Elizabeth. Could you knock next time? She ignored that, crossing her arms over her chest with a disgruntled expression. Clearly, she hadn't come in just to see you. Mom told me to tell you that your friend's at the door. He brought some quote-unquote happy summer gift from Mr. Holden. Mom wants you to take it from him. Say thanks or whatever.
Come on.
So come down already. Okay, this game is like a little bit of voice acting. I give her a bratty voice anyway, because she seems like kind of annoying. I'll be there when I'm there. Really? That's great, I'm coming. I'll be there when I'm there. Elizabeth rolled her eyes and left, having done what instructed of her. Now alone, you focus on the mirror once again. Your reflection hardly even fit the frame. You're very tall. Your reflection went over the whole length of the mirror. You're pretty tall. Your reflection fit comfortably in the frame, your average height. There was a lot of open real estate in the frame. You're pretty short. Had trouble getting your reflection to appear in the mounted mirror frame. You're very short. I'm gonna say average height. I consider myself to be a short person, but being tall is fun. But I'm gonna just be comfortably in the frame. Cove was really tall. Derek was kind of short. You were pretty much the exact height that someone would expect for a 13-year-old. Nice. Y'all didn't see anything. Chat, y'all didn't see shit, okay? You couldn't help but feel awkward with the body you had. Then you put the finishing touches of your outfit while ruminating on the situation. Careless as they had been, Elizabeth's word piqued your curiosity. You planned on going to see what Cove was up to. So this word's worked out in your favor. God, why am I yawning so much today? What the fuck? Your reflection grinned back at you. You were looking forward to seeing him. You left your room, taking an easy time downstairs. Ayo! Step 2, second chance. Nice. You spotted Mom first, reclining the couch. She held a magazine in her hands, which she was pursuing through. Morning, Mom. Oh, by the way, the name for this chapter is Lucario. The last chapter was Vulpix, but we're like switching names in between chapters. Probably gonna just keep switching between like the Pokemon style names. But like the Pokemon like inspired or just Pokemon names. So yeah. She looked up at your greeting, a smile instantly appearing on her face.
Thanks.
Good morning, Lucario. Thank you for coming down. Ma's at the door with Cove. He can't stay over today, unfortunately. But you should go thank him before he leaves. You nodded and made your way to the front door of the house. Just as she said, Mom was there making conversation. She must have heard you because she looked over her shoulder.
Oh.
Hey, yo, that hair kinda fire, though. Look who finally made it. Morning, sleepyhead. Ma reached forward and you knew she was about to pat you on the head. She was taller than average, so you were little in her eyes, despite being a typical size for your own age. The type of small, affectionate exchange was nice. She placed a whole bunch of You should place the whole of her hand on the top of your head for a second before lifting it back up. Ah, you're the last one down today, you know that? Sorry about the wait. Oh, there's no need for that. What matters is you're here now. With a small laugh, Maul stepped aside. Cove is just as you remembered, exactly how you came to know him to be. He leaned comfortably to the side of your doorway, as the longer strands of his hair idly drifted in the breeze. His features were pinched in embarrassment, and he shifted from one foot to another. He was holding what must have been the much-talked-about gift. At first glance, you figured it must be a bouquet of flowers. Then you gave it a real look. No, instead it was carefully cut fruit. It made a lot of sense that it was actually from Kova's dad. You had to suppress a laugh at this showing. You couldn't imagine how many folks buying that sort of thing for their own personal enjoyment. That kind of arrangement was built for presentation, likely to impress whoever inevitably was going to receive it. It seemed no matter how long he lived here, Mr. Holden would keep going out of his way to be neighborly, and Cove would always be roped into practicing. Cove smiled at the sight of you. The sting of his goofy errand was clearly embarrassed to be uneased. Hey, Lucario. He smiled back. It was second nature to you. Cove has always been such a close friend, ever since the two of you were kids. Hey, it's nice to see you. Yeah, you too. Your grin widened even more. Every time he came, your mood was brightened. It was already shaping up to be another long summer with plenty of time for the two of you to have fun together. His awkwardness over the task started to creep back in. So Cove nudged the gift closer to you. He was ready to be relieved of it. And with that, the gift was accepted. I hope you and your family like this. It's a pretty good gift. I think so anyway. He smiled earnestly. Dad spent a lot of time picking out the best size and design. There were so many options to choose from. Thank you. Could you tell your dad we love the gift? It looks so pretty. True! Cove's awesome, honestly. Cove is like really cool. I love him. Unironically, he's awesome. It's not like it's in love crush stuff. It's just like he's such a good character. He's such a /pause character. He's like, hello, welcome to the stream. Hello. Everyone's welcome because we're playing a visual novel and it's kind of fun. Even though it's a dating sim visual novel game that we're playing called Our Life, New Beginnings, and I don't remember the full title, but yeah. It's a visual novel dating sim when ya boy is an arrow ace. So that's fun. But yeah, we're just like in the second act now. Could you tell your dad we love the gift? Yeah. Mr. Holden's behavior was really different from any neighbor you'd ever had. Though, after 5 years, you were used to his antics. And you'd since made up your mind on what your opinion was. Not doing that, he's really weird. He's kind of weird. He's sort of funny. Sometimes that could be a good thing, and other times it was a bad thing. True. Your thoughts were quickly interrupted by a shout. There you are. You shared a confused look with Cove as both of you stepped through the open door onto the neighborhood street. It didn't take long to locate the source of the noise. You spotted Derek, just a few yards down the road. He ran up to you. Confused. You hadn't expected to see Derek today, though you never really knew when he'd appear. After stopping a couple steps away, Derek hunched over to catch his breath. Then he looked up with a wide grin.
Hey.
Hey, Guy and pal. The gender neutral. Oh my god, this game is amazing. For those of you who don't know, I'm gonna save really quick before I do something dumb. You can change your pronouns in this game. You can switch between they, she, and he pronouns. So the fact it says pal instead of like hey guy and girl or something, or hey guy and girl or something, the fact it says pal just makes me so happy because we selected the they them option. And it's just like this game is awesome. This game is awesome. I love this. This game is like this game is awesome. I feel like you might not be able to hear me over the wait, no, it's config, right? Yeah, there we go. Music's going a little softer, a little less loud. Pronouns are the coolest. It's true. So true. Hey, Guy and pal. Hey, Guy and pal. I don't know what voice to give him. I was just at your house, Cove, but no one was there. Should have figured you'd be at Lucario's place. Do you ever spend time in your own home, or are you always just there? Derek laughed at his own joke. He either didn't notice that it embarrassed Cove, or the embarrassment that he was actually laughing at. Derek turned to you. He was going to say more when his eyes widened and gasped. What's that? You followed his gaze, unsure, but then you realized what he meant. You were still holding Mr. Holden's gift. This? It's kind of like a bouquet of flowers, but made out of fruit.
Nice.
Nice! Can I have one? Maybe you can have some later. Derek grew more excited by your words, bouncing on the balls of his feet. Welp. Awesome! Then he nodded his head, as if to clear it. Anyway, that's right. I came here because I needed to say something big. He paused, possibly for effect. There's some other kid here in the Sunset Bird. Cove was as surprised as you were by the news. Such a reaction made sense. No one around your age had moved here since Cove did 5 years ago. Were they with their family? Maybe they were cutting through. Nuh-uh, the new kid was all by himself, just walking. Did you talk to him?
Nope.
Nope. Came to report the sighting right away. The kid had green hair, glasses, was pretty small, and seemed really upset about something. I hope he didn't leave. You blinked, slowly looked over to your longtime neighbor. That sounds a lot like you, Cove. When you first got here, anyway. Kinda does, doesn't it? That's weird. He sounded almost fond, a small smile playing on his lips. Derek snickered good-naturedly. I can see that really well now that you say so. But what'd you say? Let's go find Cove's look-alike. We should all meet him.
Sure.
I'll do it. Sure, I want to see who this person is. Derek grinned, then he pointed down the street, the way he came. Last I saw him, the mystery visitor was going this direction. Nothing else needed to be said. The three of you were off, with Derek leading the way. Derek brought you to the beach. As a trio, you made your way down the shore to the old playground. You walked the familiar path in a comfortable silence. You were almost there. When you were almost there, you spotted the kid in question. His bright colors almost shone like a beacon beneath the rays of the sun. He scuffled around, kicking up the sand as he paced. It was true. He He certainly seemed upset, but you didn't think he was sad like you had originally pictured. No, with his erratic movements and scrunched up expression, he came off angry. You started to have doubts about this expedition. Maybe it'd be better if you left him alone and let him sort himself out. Derek didn't feel the same. He waved wildly, calling out to the boy. Hey, guy, over here! The kid ripped around, an impressive scowl carving deeper into his face. His eyes were tired, but a strong hostile energy still radiated from him.
What?
What is it? What do you want? Mushroom hair. What? Sorry, no, you didn't hear anything from me. A sharp tone made Derek flinch. He shifted on his feet. What's your name? Jeremy. Was that it?
No.
No, I'm Derek. That's Lucario and Cove. We were just walking around and saw you. We wanted to say hi. There aren't a lot of kids at our age in the neighborhood. Yeah, so it's cool to see someone else here. Strangely, Jeremy grew furious by your response. If steam could erupt from a person's ears, it would have happened then. They did bring me here somewhere stupid. Of course, I knew it. What?
My parents.
My parents. They're the ones who brought me. I didn't walk to this town. Can you not figure that out on your own?
Right.
Right. My dad brings me to Sunset Bird too. When he has to come off work and all that stuff, it's not that bad. That earned him a glare from Jeremy. Derek winced beneath it, glancing away. It was a struggle to remain friendly with his Jeremy guy. I mean, I wouldn't want to come here for a real vacation, probably either. That's an understatement. This doesn't count as vacation. It's a waste of time, a chore. My parents' family is nearby. We just had to come and see them. Ugh. If they're your parents' family, doesn't that make them your family too?
I guess.
I guess. That's a pretty good reason to come by. Did you want to go somewhere else? No! Jeremy crossed his arms with a huff. He turned away. They should have gone by themselves. If they cared so much, they would have left me alone at home. But I'm not allowed to be by myself. It makes no sense. They're the ones who don't know how to do anything, and I'm the kid. God damn. Well, god fucking damn, game. Don't have to be rude to him like that. That would be kind of funny. I feel like I want to do these three. Probably should keep quiet, because fighting's not really my thing. He had no idea what to say to this, so he just stayed silent. Jeremy didn't even notice or too focused on ranting. How do they always make summer vacation worse every year? Return to Cove, lowering your voice. The two of you aren't that similar. You two aren't that similar after all. Jeremy must have had good hearing though, because he caught the private exchange and scoffed.
Stupid.
Of course we're not similar. My eyebrows aren't stupid. Rose's cheek flushed crimson at the insult. You couldn't be sure if it was out of embarrassment or anger, maybe both. Come on. Ooh. 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 Chat, what do you say? Chat, what do you say? Do we do it? Do we do the insult? What do you think, chat? Do we say the thing? Do we scold the cringe haircut? Do we do it? Do we do it? It's gonna be most get. This is gonna be most. This is gonna be multiple. The more people for one answer. Like I'm gonna count every person who chats one of the answers. The cringe. Oh, what the hell? I'm sorry, man, but this thing is too iconic. This thing's too ironic. Don't though? Why not? It's funny though. It's funny, not gonna lie. Like you have to agree, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. You gotta agree here. Come on. It's not cringe, it's quite nice. Oh. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough, but I think it's just I just think it's quite funny how he like, I don't know, I don't really like bowl cuts. It's not really my thing. He's gotta insult the cringe bomber. Oh, that's hilarious. Chad, I'm gonna leave this up to you. Y'all can argue. And if you think we shouldn't insult him, then what do you think we should say? Well, actually, no. If you say we're not gonna do this, then we're gonna do this. I'm fucking dying out here. This is hilarious. I gotta choose 1 or 2. 1 is the top one, 2 is the bottom one. 1 is this one. Well, yeah, I get that everyone has their own hairstyle, but to be fair, he did insult Cove's eyebrows, which he can't really fix. He can't really, it's just like the haircut thing, you know? Like, everyone has their own hairstyle, but that gives you no right to insult someone's eyebrows. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but on one hand, yeah, everyone has their own hairstyle, I understand. But on the other hand, he did kind of insult Cove's eyebrows, which was very uncalled for, in my opinion. To be honest, don't make it right. I mean, yeah, you're right about that one. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys decide. Actually, if you're gonna insult him, I'm probably gonna scold you. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, whatever. We're gonna do 2 then. If y'all want to see, then if y'all want to be nice, we're gonna be nice. Y'all want 2, we're doing 2 then. Actually, we're gonna save. No, we're not gonna save, actually. No, never mind. We're just gonna do this. Cove smiled weakly.
Okay.
Okay. Now I don't like him. We should have just insulted him, honestly. We really just should have insulted him. He's a dickhead. He's honestly just a dick. Goddamn. You gotta be nice to Bob haircut full pics. I mean, I guess so. I guess so. But he's still a jerk. I don't like him. I gotta do a voice again. Okay, I'm sorry your eyebrows are so terrible. You're getting really tired of this. Whoa, what is wrong with you? Instead of taking offense, Jeremy only parroted Derek's words in a nasally voice.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
Oh wow, that was voice acted. That's kind of funny. Wow, what is wrong with you? Wah, wah. I'm sorry, Lucard. It's okay, don't worry. Don't worry, it's fine. Don't worry, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Wow, what is wrong with you? Wah, wah. This is dumb. Oh, well, fuck you too then, bitch. Rude words aren't the way to deal with rude people. I disagree, but nah, it's fine. Depends on the mood, honestly. Depends on the mood to be in. Sometimes I just want to kick me. Sometimes I just want to punch mean people in the face, you know? It do be like that. Jeremy is one of those people. Jeremy stuck out his tongue and soaked away, throwing more sand everywhere as he went. You watched him go, hunched over, until he became a speck in your vision. The silence reigned in his wake. The three of you tried to process what just happened. I can't believe it. What a mean kid. Derek wasn't kidding, and by the sound of those earlier complaints, the new boy Jeremy was going to be in the area. Was going to be in the area for at least a little while this summer. Derek sighed in dismay, plopping onto the ground. You followed, and Cove did too shortly after. There wasn't much else to do.
This sucks.
This sucks. I wish we could meet someone fun, hang out maybe. God damn. Sneeze. I'm a sneezer. I'm gonna put someone in a box and then climb up mountains. If you know, you know. Fuck. I am back, I just had to sneeze again. God. They don't want to leave me alone. After a moment, he slowly turned to you with a hopeful expression. Hello? Oh wait, wrong tab. But you know what would really improve the day? What? He didn't respond. He used a hand to point right at the fruit arrangement you were still holding. You completely forgot about it during the mini drama that unfolded. You had gotten used to the wait. Glancing over to Cove, you noticed he was eyeing your fruit. He must want some too. Derek perked up immediately at your words. He reached out for a skewer, hesitating slightly once he was inches away. Are you sure? You nodded with an eager grin. He plucked out a prime row of fruits. Cove grabbed one for himself after him. Only you were without a skewer of your own. Strawberry! I don't like all these other fruits, so it's strawberry. I don't like fruits in general, actually, but it's fine. The strawberry was bright red and beckoning you. It was obvious the first choice. Derek ate a pineapple skewer enthusiastically, finishing it within moments. This is amazing! It's not different from any other normal fruit. It's kind of worse. These have been out in the open without their skin for a while. Sheesh. Hey, the two of you remembered land before time? The fruit thing makes me think of it. The dinosaurs are all like the leaves that were shaped like stars. Tree stars.
Yeah.
Tree stars. Yeah, chopping leaves looked delicious when they did it. And there was that scene with the pretty trees, and all the dinosaurs came in and picked off everything till there was nothing. That's us right now. Awesome. I've actually never seen that movie before because I don't remember it. I don't know if it's in the Netherlands or at least in the place where I live. And if it is, I'm probably too young to have even seen it in theaters or something. I don't know, something like that. I've never seen it. You should. It's great and really sad, but still great. Plus, it's about dinosaurs. The three of you continued like this for the next few minutes. Eventually, the display was barren. It looked weird when devoid of fruit. Hey, we weren't supposed to eat all of it. Oops. Oops. Really? You couldn't stop yourself from sighing at the boys. You just wanted to eat some and have a nice time. You were probably going to get in trouble. You could only accept it, though. Hey, Lucario? Yeah? The two of you met eyes casually. That was pretty cool, what you said back at that guy. Oh, thanks. I was just saying what I thought. Derek chimed in with high spirits. You totally owned him. I don't know what his parents say, but it's good. At least somebody is around to tell him what's what. Yeah. Derek then leaned back on his arms. He contemplated the sky with a content sigh. So, are you both ready for summer break? Yeah. Cool on you. I wish I could say the same. Feels like there's a lot to plan for. What about you, Cove? Are you ready? I think that depends. Before you could say anything else, the light atmosphere was shattered. Hey, Lucario! You glanced over your shoulder to see your sister. She strode closer and closer, appearing none too pleased. I've been looking all over for you. Mom said you and Co ran off with the thing Mr. Holden bought for us. She leered over you with arms folded. So, where is it? Well, it's gone. What do you mean, gone? You moved over to the side to side her face completely. She zeroed in on the bouquet in your hands, which is now populated exclusively with skewers and dripping in juice, and tiny flecks of leftover fruit pieces. Oh my god. Elizabeth girl is a student today. I mean, I just think she's a kind of a brat. I feel like she's just kind of a brat, honestly. She's the big sister in the game, so you can't. So, yeah. But meh, I don't know. She gives like brat vibes, and I don't like her. Her mouth dropped open, and the tone of her voice rose.
What?
Seriously, Lucario? What were you thinking? It was supposed to be for all of us at home. She glanced over at Cove, who sat beside you, and continued mockingly. Even if you did have in with the delivery boy, that was up to Mr. Holden. Cove gave you a bent smile of support, which didn't help disprove her accusation. Elizabeth narrowed her eyes, not at all placated. Oh no. I think I hear the mean kid coming back. We better get out of here. Elizabeth blinked, confused, and looked around. What kid? I don't see anyone. Derek didn't bother explaining. He just lunged to his feet and ran off. Cove hopped up too, gladly taking the opportunity to exit the situation. He followed after Derek, but he sent a look to you from over his shoulder. He turned to watch Elizabeth. She stared back, brow raised. Dip. Without a word, you got to your feet and waddled down the beach. Unimpressed, Elizabeth rolled her eyes. They're so immature. She shook her head as she walked towards the house, not bothering whatsoever to follow. Meanwhile, the three of you make it back to Shoreline. Derek pumped his fist, grinning in triumph. We escaped and shall live to see another day. My moms are going to be so mad when Elizabeth tells this story. Oh well. You chuckled together, walking further down the beach side by side. You definitely wanted to stay outside a little longer. After that night, you found yourself seated near the kitchen counter. You had gotten a bit of scolding from your moms for not saving any of Mr. Holden's gift for Elizabeth, but you didn't get any real punishment for it. Instead, while you were out with the boys, Elizabeth returned home to share the news. The three of them went to get dessert on their own. It was declared even by your parents that when everyone got back that the event was settled. That was a while ago now. Your fingers drummed on the surface as you waited, your gaze trained on the phone. You were waiting on a call tonight, specifically your cousin Leandra. You didn't want to miss it accidentally. Your uncle, aunt, and Lee used to live many hours away. Your families only saw each other a few times a year for big occasions. A while back, though, they moved and were closer to you than ever before. Now you hung out regularly. With school being out, you're positive she's going to want to come over a lot. The two of you were the same age and got along well. She used to be really fond of Elizabeth, too. But now that your sister has become allergic to interacting with your own family, it tended to be just you and Lee who spent time together. She was your only friend who was a girl. Where's Umbreon? Umbreon! Umbreon! This game's gonna make me cry. Oh my god. This game's gonna make me cry. Oh my god. Chad, I am not okay. This game. This fucking game. Oh my god, I can't. Umbreon. I have my Umbreon plushie here. I'm hugging it right now. This makes me very happy. Like, seriously. It's just... This game, I fucking can't, man. This game, I love it so much. Alright, let's continue. You weren't a girl yourself, so maybe that was why. Just introvert things. Ma always said that quality was much more important than quantity when Elizabeth bemoaned your your small social circle. You weren't sure how friendship quality was judged, but nevertheless, you thought that what you had with Lee was good. Then the shrill ringtone announced an incoming call. You jumped before grabbing the receiver and pressing it to your ear. Ember's residence, Lucario speaking. You were greeted by a distorted, high-pitched giggle. Why do you sound so weird? Mom answers the phone like that sometimes. It's supposed to be polite. You should go with hi. That was something a robot would say. There was static on the end, as if Lee was shifting wherever she was. So, can you believe school's actually over? I thought it'd never be done. Now we don't have to do any of that boring stuff and we get to hang out whenever we want. Speaking of hanging out, Lee, can you wait a second? Let me just head to my room. Oh yeah. God, voice crack. You got up from your seat at the counter. Luckily, the phone was wireless, so you didn't have to worry about any cords tying you down. Your mom's had a rule about not moving the phone unless a call was in progress, which was why you'd been sat by its cradle waiting for Lee to call. You didn't like it, but it had to be either way. But it had to be that way. You weren't the only person here. If anyone could take the phone anywhere at any time, it would be an even bigger hassle. You could easily imagine the receiver having a new forever home in Elizabeth's locked room. But now that Lee had called it, it was okay for you to go upstairs to your bedroom and talk to her. You made your way up the stairs, smiling. After you had arrived, you shut the bedroom door firmly behind you. You took a seat on your bed. Alright, I'm here. Cool. Hey, do you know? The girl down the street from me has her own phone now. A cell phone. She doesn't have to wait for someone else to stop using it or anything. Wow, really? The thought of someone having a phone that was all their own seemed unbelievable to you. Right? I wish I had one too, but my parents said I couldn't get my own phone until I'm more grown up. I wish they'd changed their mind. We could all call each other every single day, and no one would even be able to stop us. How great would that be? We could even stay up late, talking about whatever we want. Lee sighed thoughtfully into the receiver. At least they said I could have it someday. I can't wait. She sighed dramatically. I bet I'm not gonna get one until I'm way in college. Squeezing the phone between your shoulder and ear, you popped up your pillows and made yourself more comfy. It was strange to think of a time when normal school would be over, and you'd have to choose whether or not to go to a college. School is such a big part of your life right now. You never tried much, but you still didn't do that bad. That's kind of me, Ariel, in school. I don't try too hard, but I also don't get like bad grades. Coasting by had become a routine for you. Your teacher had warned you that you wouldn't be able to do that forever, but you figured it was enough for now. Your future depended on it. Yeah. You tried to sound engaged, but your mind decided to go back to school despite the season. Lee knew you too well to be fooled. You sound so spacey. What's up? Just thinking about school. Lee groaned. Are you thinking about how we don't have to think about it because it's summer? That's what I'm doing. It's so awful. I hate going. I get what you mean. Though, I guess school isn't all the way bad. You can do some good things there. You can just do more when school's out. If I didn't go to school, I'd never meet anybody new. No one really comes here. Uh-huh. There were all sorts of sports stuff during gym. Oh yeah, it can be fun sometimes. Hot take, chat, I don't think gym class is all the way bad. The only thing I hate about my gym class periods is that we have to ride 15 minutes from one side of the city to the other. It's like, from my school is in the city center, and we have to get to the north of the city for our gym location. That takes 15 minutes to go and to go back. Plus changing into your gym clothes, going up like 5 flights of big stairs, which makes you very exhausted before you even get to do gym class. And then you get to do gym class, which is most of the time fine. It's fine most of the time. It's not like terrible. But then you gotta put your normal clothes back on, go down the stairs, and ride your bike for another 50 minutes to get back to school. But on one hand, we don't have to do that twice a week. We have to do that one time a week, and like, I hate gym classes, to be honest, all the way lifting weights. Oh, it's not that for us necessarily, but for us, you have to like make your own gym lesson, which is annoying. But you have to do that once a year, and it's nice that gym class is like only once a week, because it's like 2 hours after each other. So like I like that. I like it. That's fun. Oh yeah, it can be fun sometimes. That was all. And that's pretty much everything that's good about school. Okay, point taken. Now, I'd agree the topic of school is officially closed. We have to talk about this summer first before you start plotting the rest of our lives. I've got some plans already. Ooh, tell me. I'm gonna visit my cousins. You chuckled, of course. What's something you want to do? The first thing that comes to your head. Art supplies. Art. I can't wait to try them out. I can't wait to see what you make. You lean back in your bed, settling in as you continue chatting with your friend. Even though it hadn't been that long since you saw her, and you'd be seeing her soon, you found plenty to talk about. For one, the events of the day. He sat up straighter. I was with Cove and Derek today, and we met a new kid. Like, at your neighborhood? His parents are visiting family, so it sounds like he'll be around for a little while. I don't know how long. What was he like? Mean. He kept snapping when all we were trying to do was to talk to him. He just kept being rude to everyone, but especially Cove. It was awful. I don't think I want to meet him. You want a boy to stay away craving meeting him? That's an unexpected twist. Her cousin was pretty popular with the boys who knew her. She seemed happy enough to have them around until they started to annoy her. Who are you to talk? Cove and Derek are always around. They're both boys, you know. That is not the same. Lee laughed at your rejection of the idea, deeply amused. Even though she couldn't see, you shook her head at her, grinning to yourself. There was a stomping noise approaching your room. Hurtling the arrival of your irritated older sister, she flung the door open, a frown edged on her face.
Come on.
How long are you going to hog the phone? Glancing at your watch, you realize that your quick call had gone on much longer than you anticipated. Elizabeth held out her hand, the other one lodged on her hip. She noticed the realization on your face. Time's up. Gotta go, I'll see you soon, okay? Okay, see you. Tell Elizabeth and your moms I said hi, too. You'd barely pressed the end call button when Elizabeth whisked the handset from your fingers and began dialing someone new as she strode out of her room. Your mom's voice called from downstairs. Hey, has anyone seen the phone? I'm using it. And with that, she shut your door behind you. Silence was left in the wake. That was one day to end your first day of summer break. That's one hell of it. Oh, I was gonna say something, but this room is really cool. Oh, shit, I haven't been reading. Config, wait, no, that's config. Log. I was not reading. Sometime later, it had gotten dark outside, and you laid in your bed wide awake. Your window rattled all of a sudden, startling you badly. You flinched, staring over at it with furrowed eyebrows. From your vantage point, you saw only the moon and an open sky. You were curious. What had caused that noise? Cocking your head, you sat up and moved close to the window. You wanted to get to the bottom of this. To your utter shock, your gaze was met with a pair of familiar ocean blue eyes. Cove? You squinted. Yep, Cove was right outside your window. Oh, well that's interesting. Seems like a gaming room, not gonna lie. True. It very much does feel like the PC that's right, like the monitor that's right there. Your house was angular, and some parts stuck out further than others, so it theoretically wouldn't be hard to climb around on. Still, just because someone could didn't mean you expected it to ever happen. To his credit, Cove was doing fine. His feet were braced against the section of the wall that jutted out, his arms flexing with the effort to keep him upright. He easily lifted a hand and waved at you from the other side of the glass. You hurriedly opened the window. Cove climbed over the edge, releasing a breath once he was safely inside. Hi, Lucario. Now what are you doing here? What's up, Romeo? This is sure a surprise, but you're always welcome here. Is everything okay? What happened? You're lucky I didn't start screaming. Amazing, my dreams have come true. What are you doing? Visiting? Why? I needed to talk to you and couldn't wait until tomorrow. If I rang the doorbell, I know your moms would have answered and they'd just make me go home. I didn't really want to explain why I was coming over anyway. I don't want to talk about it. Well, besides with you, I mean. But that's why I did that. As unexpected as this was, you were touched. Cove felt like he could tell you what was wrong. I might have tried calling or something, except my dad was on the phone. Cove suddenly looked very cross. Sus alert activated. Honestly, I'm pretty sure this is not where the thing is heading. There are much more explicit versions of doing this. Or like, in the tutorial we read last time, it said like you could go an explicit route, like more romantic side, and more you can figure out the rest yourselves a little bit. But I don't think that's where this is going. I hope. Otherwise, I will be rejecting every chance I get with it. So, yeah. Cove suddenly looked very cross. Dad, he was talking to my mom. Still is, probably. You raised your eyebrow. Cove had eavesdropped on his parents' phone conversation? Didn't comment on eavesdropping. There were other things to talk about. Are you still going to stay with your mom for a while again? Every year, Cove was sent off to live with his mom for a few weeks. When it happened varied. Sometimes he would go during winter break, but usually he went during summer. Even though it was hard news when he found out he was leaving, and you missed seeing him those weeks. You understood. To your surprise, however, he shook his head. That's what I thought too, but no, that's not what they were saying. My dad asked Mom not to have me leave this year. He said she could come stay with us here. You waited for him to continue. He didn't. The conversation abruptly dropped off. You couldn't help but stare at Cove. There was a complicated mix of expressions on his face. What did your mom say? She told him she'd come. I know she's coming soon, before school starts. Oh. I'd heard Cove talk about his mom a lot over the years. He'd tell you about past memories, or what happened while he was visiting her. Still, it was one thing to hear about someone, and another to actually meet them. Very soon, you were going to meet Cove's mom in person. You were taken aback by the news, so you could only imagine how Cove felt. You looked over at him. He was pacing across the room, his features pained with dread. Before, they'd barely stay in the same room long enough to have lunch, but now we're going to be all together again, the three of us, after all this time, for just a few weeks. I know I should probably be happy, but they can talk to each other now, but I'm still not. I'm just confused and freaked out. And now I feel really bad for feeling this way. Lucario, it's so... His fists tightened and his eyes became misty. Man, Cove, my boy. Dude. I shouldn't keep getting like this. It's been a long time already, and I'm not a little kid. Though he wouldn't meet your eyes, you knew he was waiting for you to say something. The tense line of Cove's shoulder eased. Thanks, that makes me feel a little better. Like I'm not freaking out for no reason. A momentary silence followed with the two of you. You marveled at how the day started. You had woken up eager for summer vacation, but now things seemed so crazy. The mini debacle with Mr. Holden's gift, the newer addition to the neighborhood being so rude, and as all of that wasn't enough, now Cove's mom would be living with Cove and his dad again. The whole life was kind of like that. It seemed complicated and hard and different. Why couldn't things just get better with time? Lucario? The sound of your name, said quietly, pulled you from your thoughts. Cove gazed at you, concerned.
You okay?
Are you okay? Okay, but what's the log say? You did not want to make this conversation about you, no matter how you felt. Cove grinned reassuringly. It was small and delicate, but you knew it was genuine. He had come here, conflicted and upset, only to end up worrying about you. He really was a great friend. You know, I think I don't want to talk anymore about this. He looked away, his lips tightening into a line, and rubbed at his arms. But I kind of don't want to go back home either. Could I stay a little longer, just doing something else? He appeared equal parts, hopeful and vulnerable. How could you possibly turn him away? You You tilted your head, waiting patiently for his answer. Cove pricked up at your response, a smile appearing on his face. He immediately took a seat on your bed, not afraid to get comfortable in your room. You felt a little better at the sight somehow. You still had a lot of worries, but you were glad he was here. And not just tonight, you were glad he came into your life in the first place. That was a change you'd never want to undo. It felt totally natural to let him into your little world. That initial friendship that had deepened so much over these past years, and you were certain there was room to get even closer. Oh, hi, Cove. Hi, friend. You joined Cove on your bed, taking the seat across from him. He smiled at you again, but you can tell this time it was half-hearted. He was still easy to read. Though he didn't want to talk about his mom or dad, he must be thinking about what happened and what's about to happen. Hug. You moved closer and wrapped your arms around him. It wasn't much, but you hoped the contact helped even a little. Cove froze up, startled. After a moment, his arms came up and returned your hug. 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 Hug the boy. Hug the boy. The two of you remained like that for some time. He might even have mumbled something to you, but it was too quiet to tell what it was. When you pulled back, his expression had softened into something more natural. The conversation stilted and broken often by silence at first. Then both of you were able to get into a natural candor. As your secret hangout session stretched on, you thought that you truly wanted to keep having moments like this with him. You hoped a day would never come when life decided that you two would have to part ways, and you knew Cove felt the same. You opened your tired eyes, groaning as they adjusted to the bright light that was streaming through your window and your warming your olive skin. With a loud yawn, you rolled away from the sunlight and blinked a couple times, clearing the sleep from your eyes before realizing with a start that it was actually morning. You couldn't remember even falling asleep. Welp, understandable, have a nice day. Cove had crept through the window during the night the two of you spent together, trying not to wake your parents. You must have fallen asleep while you were hanging out, but couldn't put your finger on exactly when. You wondered how late Cove had stayed before heading home. You rubbed your face and yawned again, contemplating whether you should get out of bed and get ready for the day, or stay snuggled up a little while longer. Until your gaze landed on an instantly recognizable mop of green hair, and you bottled up right and gasped in surprise. He never left. He was still there in the morning. Froze. Your muscles refused to move as your engine as you stared at Cove is sleeping form in absolute shock. If your mom found out he had slept here the entire night, you would both be in big, big trouble. Realizing quickly that you needed to get Cove out of here before your moms or Elizabeth walked in and found him, you willed your body to get a move on and swung your legs over the side of the bed. After giving him a firm shake on the shoulder, Cove's eyes flew open and he woke with a start. He scrambled out of the way as he abruptly jumped to his feet before almost losing his balance and falling back down. He recovered just as quickly and faced you indignantly. Indignantly? I don't know what that word is, and I don't care. What was that for? Shh. What? The situation dawned on him before he even finished the word. Cove blinked at you a couple times, his eyes growing in panic as some thought that only he could hear settled in his mind. Oh my god, I fell asleep! You weren't exactly sure what to do as you watched Cove pace your room, looking around frantically. Cove stopped mid-step and asked you wanted to ask what he had been searching for, but you guessed he wouldn't know the answer to that himself. Despite that, he hadn't calmed down completely. The atmosphere was still frazzled. You feel your throat grow tight and the air struggle to hate your lungs as you thought about the possible punishments your parents might give you. Summer was just beginning. You couldn't imagine having to stay cooped up in your house for the rest of it. That was just barbaric. Letting out a heavy sigh, he ran a hand through his hair in can't read that word. He couldn't look at you again as he spoke. I'll see you later. You were confused by how all of this had played out, but hoped that was true. Right. Bye, Cove. After that, you were suddenly wrapped up in a tense embrace. As panicked as he was, this seemed to be something he couldn't forget before leaving. Thanks. Again. You're a good friend, Lucario. He firmly whispered the words into the top of your shoulder. You were to let go before you had the chance to respond, or even fully react. In a matter of seconds, he had climbed over your bed and opened the window. A cool breeze rolled off the ocean, fluttering through Cove's hair and filling up your room with a salty scent. Cove fearlessly stepped out onto the ledge. Good luck. Be super careful. If you weren't sure if he heard you or not, but he kept going along, one foot in front of the other with increasing speed, until his form disappeared out of sight. You stuck your head out the window as far as it could to keep trying to watch. He walked with the full length of the ledge before jumping down at the top of the garage, then lowering himself onto the fence. From there, he finally dropped onto the ground. You threw out a thumbs up at his successful climb. He ran off towards his house without stopping, disappearing behind the side of another building. You had to admit that you were pretty impressed at how doable he made that look. With a little sigh, you reclosed your window, deciding there was nothing more you could do. You hopped off your bed and got ready to head downstairs for the day. Just left. It was too early to do anything else. You took the stairs, slowly attempting to mask your face into a look of innocence. You were sure that someone would have come into your room if they had heard anything strange, but you couldn't be too careful. You had to play it cool. When you stepped into the living room, Elizabeth was there, tapping her finger on the counter. Good morning, Elizabeth. She looked at you over immediately, her eyes squinting at the grating. Why are you being so weird? You hadn't even done anything. Your big sister never missed a beat, unfortunately. You turned an after tight smile, and her lips pursed together even tighter. Lucario? I'm not. You spoke so nonchalantly you almost thought she believed you, but you knew better. Further suspicious squinting occurred as she waited for something. Ultimately, she rolled her eyes and you weren't sure if you were in trouble or not. She didn't seem to care enough to dig any further. Whatever. And then, she walked straight out the front door, letting it slam shut behind her, and you letting out a brief sigh. Elizabeth went out most days to hang with her friends from school around town. Today, you were extra glad for it. You were also grateful she hadn't left the house any sooner and risking to run into Cove. It looked like you were getting away with that. Breakfast was eaten in peace and alone. Your moms were both out by the time you had gotten up. They had left you a serving of food from breakfast that they made. Hash browns, an omelet, fruit salad, and there was a few sausage links. It was tasty. You appreciated that there was a variety in the meals that your moms made. The day lazily drifted by at home, and eventually your parents returned. You pulled open the fridge again, lingering in the frosty air for a moment or two before grabbing a bottle of ice-cold water and taking a long drink. was perfect. It was a perfect, balmy summer afternoon, and you had decided to head outdoors to find something to do. You hadn't noticed what that something was just yet, but you were sure something would pop up to occupy your time. Sorry, I just wanted to read something. But you were sure that something would pop up to occupy your time. Okay, chat, I think we're gonna end it here. I had a lot of fun. And this chapter is really fun, honestly. Turn the menu sure, yes. Alright, chat. That concludes it for today. I hope you guys all had fun with the game. And yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. And hope you'll have a wonderful day. And yeah, if there's anything else you want to just talk about before I end, just bring it, just say so. I mean, got time. There's some more time before MCC starts. It's just that I want to like set up my streamer thing to watch people. And like some of my favorite streams have already gone live and I don't want to miss MCC too much. But yeah. Yeah. That was a really fun stream. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I did. So did I. Honestly, I personally think that our life, like this game, is just so fun. And I don't know, it's just a really fun game. It's really adorable and cute, and like Cove, I'm not like romantically interested, but like he's very sweet. He's really sweet. He's nice. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Just a little guy doing his own thing. And you're his friend. So yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye, chat. Bye-bye.